In the end, though, a comfortable evening's work for Real Madrid, beating Athletic Club by 2-0. For more on this, let's welcome in. Well, pitch side, Sid Lowe is with Luis Garcia. But let's start with our commentary team, shall we? Ian Darke and Steve McManaman. If you didn't see the game, Maka spent most of the match talking about his goal that he scored against Athletic Bilbao back in the day.
No, he wasn't talking about his goal. He said, I quote, it was a very good goal.
Yes. Yeah, very good
and we
goal.
won.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was.
It was. Ian Maka, Jude Bellingham, the story today, isn't he?
Oh, very much so. He's going to make headlines not just in Spain, but in England as well. And I agree with Ali. He looked like he'd been playing in the team, didn't he, Maka, for years?
Yeah, when you put him alongside, Tchouaméni and Camavinga, he really stood out. But a really promising start to his Real Madrid career tonight, and getting a goal as well. Wasn't as good as mine, but getting a goal was really great.
And Dan wearing Zinedine Zidane's old number 5. I don't know whether you heard Steve McManaman scored at the Sandman.
Did he? We never heard that at all. Oh, my goodness. Let's go.
Well-kept secret, that.
Yeah, I know, very much so. Crikey. Meanwhile, Lewis and Sid at pitch side. Sid, you've seen a lot of players come to Real Madrid and that shirt prove incredibly heavy. It was anything but today for the young Englishman.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the word that defines Bellingham's performance tonight is assured, isn't it? All the way through the game, it felt like he was in control. It felt like he knew exactly what he wanted to do. It felt like he wanted the ball. And I think the most significant thing in a way, maybe, it's not just that it felt like he wanted the ball. It felt like his teammates wanted him to have it. They were really happy to exchange passes with him. They were happy for him to come deep and start moves, or to be at the top of the diamond and wait for those moves to come to him. And I felt that while it wasn't the kind of performance where you have a huge amount to get very excited about in terms of outstanding moments, the whole thing was a performance of a man who thought, you know what, it's right that I'm here. This is the place for me.
Yeah, exactly. I think Real Madrid is going to miss a leader, or he wasn't going to miss a leader, because finally I think that it's proven today that Jude Bellingham could become that leadership, that player who can bring something different. Benzema was a leader up front. Militao should be the one stepping forward and saying, listen, I'm going to help you guys. I'm going to be here for all of you. And I think that young talent like him, I think he matured so much so quick when he did that jump to Dortmund and then coming back here to Real Madrid. And today showed what a player he's going to become, what a player he is. He's been doing well all over the place, in defense, in attack, in midfield, adapting to the tempo of the game at some points, and much more in the second half when he looked very tight, because he definitely worked the socks off. You could see that he started linking with Kroos, with Modric, knowing, like, say, listen, we've done the job, let's keep it now for us.
One of the things that struck me, actually, Lucy, in the first half, the kind of, if you like, the headline moments from him were actually a couple of slide tackles. Yeah. It wasn't so much the capacity with the ball. There was one really nice run on this wing in the first half where he got away from
pointing
a couple of players, and pointing and telling people where he wanted it. But just that sense that I'm not going to be overawed by this, and at the risk of overplaying the symbolism, that kind of was expressed a little bit in the celebration of the goal, wasn't it? It was a guy standing there going, you know what? I'm here, and it's all right to be here, because this is a place for me.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't the stand that you want to do it. You want to do in front of your stand. I think they lost that kind of what he was. But definitely, I think he wanted to show that, listen, they signed me here to become an important player. They signed me here to become a leader, and I'm going to be like that, and I'm going to show it today.
We saw changes, Craig, didn't we, in the formation to what we're used to with Real Madrid. Obviously, Benzema moving has kind of forced Ancelotti's hand. What did you make of it?
I thought it worked fine. I think the only negative thing I can say about Jude Bellingham at the moment was the Sid Lowe comment in the press conference.
Yeah, I know. I still think
being a big fan of Sid.
I still think he thought that it was Guillaume Balaguer.
Yeah, he's definitely got that mixed up. But I thought it worked quite well, actually, and as the first half went on in particular, they grew in confidence and they just took the game by the scruff of the neck. But to go back to the Bellingham, we talked about it most of the summer. It's one thing signing for Real Madrid, and lots of super talented players have, but Maka knows this. It's then the different story of believing that you belong there and having the confidence to go out. And when I see him play for Dortmund, Madrid and England, I wouldn't say it's arrogance, but he struts around the field. Like he oozes that feeling that I'm here. Yeah. And I belong here and I deserve to be here. And he's got that confidence within himself. And I think that gives the confidence to his teammates. He's physically strong. He's very good on the ball. He can box to box. He can defend. Clearly he can score goals. But I watched him, strangely enough, getting off the bus in our pre-game show. And he just had that look on his face that said, this is where it starts. I'm the man. I'm the big talking point of the summer for Real Madrid. And I'm going to show everybody I deserve to be here. Now, he's not the only one at this club, of course. But he has been one of the main signings, and that was a really, really good debut.
The run that he had in the second half, where he received the ball in his defensive half, and he's able to attract pressure, split defenders, use his strength, use his speed, get away from defenders, goes and combines, gets in behind, and then eventually finds a cross. Look, that's just a skill set that not many people in the world have. And that's a guy transitioning from a defending position to now an attacking position by just running with the ball because he has that physical attribute. But then the defending part as well. What he did, and it's something we highlighted in the coverage, in the 32nd minute, Vini stepping over the ball, step over here, step over there. Now I lose it in a bad area. And now Atletico are going in transition, and offensively they look like they may be able to create something. No. It's Jude Bellingham who tracks down the runner, sliding challenge, and now we have possession of the ball again. He's going to give you that, the defensive work, and he's going to give you the offensive work. And most of all, even if he's 20 years old, he's also going to give you presence and leadership. That's unique for a guy coming into Real Madrid or a guy coming into any club. For a guy who's 20 years old and now all of a sudden it looks like he's the most experienced player on the field. There is something special about Jude Bellingham.
He is the first Englishman to score against Athletic Club since Steve McManaman.
Oh, hey!
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.